So today we're going to be comparing a 20-piece back proving kit from Matco. I did a review on one of these on this same set before. I got a video on it, but I'm just going to compare it to this one. This one right here is cheaper, and this one's a 30-piece. It doesn't really say the brand, I don't think so, but it's got that right there. That's probably the part number, or maybe that. But this is a 30-piece, and this was cheaper than the Matco version, and we're just gonna compare them both and see what's inside of them. I guess this one, it does have you show you what it has. That's all the stuff that it has and picture of it. And then if we open it, here's everything. It's got 5 leads, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's got 5 different colors. So that's that one. And on this one over here, this is the cheaper version. It's got alligator clips. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alligator clips over here. Here's one of them. Quality doesn't feel that bad at all. Can't really compare it to the Matco because it does not have alligator clips, but it goes in there just fine. Kind of handy having 2 alligator clips on both sides. But here's the 5 from this set over here. Packaging on it, it looks kind of nice because it comes with this little pouches in here. Maybe you just put them in there, or plastic bags or whatever. Put them in there and then just organize them how you want. Otherwise, you're just gonna have them laying all of them like that, like the Matco one. Then we can go on to the leads. Let's open them up. Looks like a lot of wires. I don't know how many they are. Let me count them. Oh, they're pretty long. They're way longer than the Matco ones. I thought it was gonna be like more leads or something, but they are pretty long. Let me move this aside. So here's the cheaper version. If we compare it to the Matco one, I'll just grab one. Red and red. As you can tell, it is 1, 2, about 3 times as long as the Matco one. I believe I do have a tape measure around here so I can measure it. Well, I thought I did, but I don't have one here in hand to measure them. But yeah, they are pretty long. Sometimes they're useful this long if you gotta diagnose stuff that's fall apart. And wire quality, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the Matco ones are a little bit smaller wire, and the off-brand one, it's a thicker wire. Also, other thing we gotta look at is the alligator clips. This is the off-brand one. Alligator clips feel pretty good, really good tension, and they are crimped right there on the insulation and soldered right there, which that's a good thing. That's what you want to look at when you're buying testing leads. And then let's look at the Matco ones. You always want to have a solder joint like that. That way you don't get a loose wire or something like that and get a false reading. And as you can see, it's the same thing as in the Matco. And there it goes down. And then about same quality, it feels like, on both of them. I've been using this kit for quite a while now, and I gotta say it works pretty good. And sometimes it's really useful having longer ones, because these ones are pretty short and these ones are like 3 times as long. That's a big difference right there, which from using them, I think I would use the longer ones. They are pretty long. So same amount of leads, just about 3 times as long probably. And here we have the test probes, or the back probing probes, I guess. Let me see if I can get them open. Got a razor blade, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. We got 14. Let's just put them in here by color. I think I counted them wrong anyways. So there's 15. They give you 3 of each color, same as the Matco. They give you 3 of each. It's usually 1 straight, 190, and 1 like this. And I believe some of these are thicker, or I believe that's on the Matco ones. Yeah, on the Matco ones, the ground ones are like way thicker. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is the Matco one, and the grounds on the Matco ones, or a few of them, are like really thick, and you can't really get them through the insulation. I had that happen before. Yeah, this one too. Ground ones are like really thick compared to this ones. You probably can't tell on camera, but by seeing them, you can see the Matco ones are really thick. And I ran into problems with that before when I push it inside the connector, or I'm back probing something. And even some of the other ones, yeah, like this one too, is really thick, and it wouldn't go past the insulation on them. It does have some thin ones. It does say on the front of it there's 2 different diameters in there, so there are different sizes in here, thicker ones and really not so thick ones, I guess. But yeah, and all of this over here, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but these ones are really thin, which sometimes that's what you need. Let me just look at them all, make sure. Yeah, all of them are thin on this set right here, the cheaper version. And the Alligator clips, I guess, let me try them with this. They go in nice and tight, so you don't have to worry about a loose connection in here. They do have these right here. I don't really use these. I wouldn't recommend using these. They do have like these are meant to poke a hole in the wire when you're testing. I'll show you guys real quick. So you grab a wire, run it through here, and then you're gonna run your, I'll show you this, like that. And that's for probably testing for an open. Let me try and get a better. So right here, you can see it's gonna poke to the wire. I think I did already. So you can see I'm inside the wire now, and you can test it. I wouldn't recommend using these, especially on harnesses outside the vehicle, because water's gonna get into your wires and everything. They do sell like an RTV kind of thing that once you poke a hole in it, I don't know if you can see the hole there. Once you poke a hole in it, you put the RTV on, and that's supposed to seal it up and everything, so you can get water in it. But I still wouldn't recommend it. I usually don't use these things. I'm probably just gonna set them aside, and I'll probably use them for like stuff I'm not worried about that it gets water in there or something, like a project car or something like that. Or one way to use them, I would say, if you're running a new wire anyways and you just want to find, I don't know which one it is, so you can cut it and then use from where you tested it, run a new wire from there to the other side. That's the only way I would use it, but I wouldn't recommend using this kind of test probe, just so you don't have any problems in the future, like water into the wires or stuff like that. So this one's I wouldn't recommend, I guess. That's just me though. Yeah, I've seen people using them, and then you just put RTV. They told me they never had any problems, but that's them, up to them. But these ones I'm probably not going to use. I'm just going to set them aside, or just leave them in the kit just in case, but I'm probably never going to be using them. But then I'll show you the test probe of how to use it. And all of them do come with these little covers right here. And the Matco ones come with the little covers too. Just take it off. And basically you just go behind the connector, find the wire or the pin number. You're gonna have your connector, and then if you just wanna back probe it with it connected, this is what these are for. If you're plugged in and everything, just come behind the harness or the connector, push it in, and there you go, you have a connection there. Most of the time, if they don't have an insulation in here, you're gonna have to hold it like this one. There's no insulation in here because this is a inside harness. It doesn't sit outside the vehicle, so it doesn't really need insulation. So if you put it in, it doesn't have insulation, it likes to just fall out of there. Or see how it's moving? Oh, this one's staying in there, but yeah. Sometimes you get lucky like that and they just stay in there. Let's try another one. Yeah, on this one we're fine. But there's connectors that you put them in there and they just fall right out. But not in this case. But that's pretty much how you use them. And what I was saying about the Matco ones, these thicker ones, if you're not careful with these thicker ones, they could break your terminals in here. And see, that one doesn't really go all the way in. You gotta push it in, and that's when you can break a terminal, because this is too thick. So this wire over here is a lot thinner than this one, and it goes in just fine. But this power wire over here, this red one, is thicker too. But the cavity might be bigger, so it might work. So see that one, oh, just fell out of there. On thicker wires like this, and when the opening is big enough, these ones are actually really useful, because they do stay in there. But the really thin ones would be more for like connectors with insulation, that you just need them to go past the ceiling back here. And here they are, the Matco one, I can't remember what brand this is, but this is just an off-brand from Amazon. This is probably the part number. I'll probably put the part number on the description below. But yeah, it's got longer wires, same diameter back proving leads or whatever, alligator clips, and then this right here. And I believe the Matco one, it's been a while since I bought it. I can't remember how much it was, but this right here was like 20 bucks. And I believe, I don't know, I would want to say 30 bucks on this one, probably 30, 40 maybe. And this one, I believe it was like 20 bucks. Not too bad. I'll probably look it up and just put it on the description below too, how much it was. But here's the difference. Longer wires, same diameter test probes. It's got alligator clips. It's got this right here. I can't remember what they call them, but it's got this right here. Thanks for watching.